feeling like I'm academics. Can't ride no.
Yes, I think today could be a Drake-less stream. I don't think we have a Drake topic. Let's watch more cop videos. Tory Lanez. No, I came prepared. It's just that I couldn't drag these other topics out. I'm not calling whack. It's not happening. Diddy? Oh, yeah. We cover this. Okay, so Diddy caught a second indictment. If you don't know, like, he has a trial date for, I believe, like May 5th. He actually caught a second indictment, and I'm still very confused. And again, I hope you know that I've covered this case through and through. I've looked at every court document. When I'm giving my opinion on this, this is genuinely from a place of how much do they have versus what could he possibly defend. I'm not a criminal defense attorney, nor am I a prosecutor. I'm just someone who I feel like I've done enough and looked at enough cases where I could give an educated opinion. So the second indictment or superseding indictment against Diddy is rather even weak. It's still weak. So remember, Diddy's charged with Rico. Now, Rico is a racketeering, influence, and corrupt organizations charge that is usually meant for like the mob and a group of individuals where there's a structural entity that is allowing or orchestrating crimes. Diddy's the only person charged in his Rico situation. That's kind of concerning. How is this a structural organization when you're not naming anyone else to be culpable, only Diddy? Now, the first indictment basically didn't really add much. It added 2 other victims, allegedly, but they didn't really put too much more in the indictment. The second indictment didn't add another victim and did not add any more defendants. What it did was it added what they're saying that Diddy also did under this Rico statute. So the Rico statute, they'll charge you with Rico, and there's 15 different, like actually more than 15. So arson is under Rico. So him setting or blowing up Kid Cudi's car, that's under Rico. There is a sex traffic under Rico, even that's also his own statute. There is violence, there is guns under there, as long as you could prove it within that criminal sense or organization sense. Anyway, they added 2 more things under the Rico Act where they're saying they're accusing Sean Diddy Combs of forced labor in this new indictment. They're saying federal prosecutors say he threatened to punish those who didn't assist in what they have described as 2-decade sex trafficking scheme. He's charged with sex trafficking and denied all allegations. On Thursday, they unveiled a new indictment against him that accused him of forcing employees to work long hours and threatened to punish those who did not assist in his 2-decade sex trafficking scheme. He's 55, but he's still facing a May 5th trial in a Manhattan court on federal charges of racketeering, conspiracy, sex trafficking, and transportation to engage in prostitution. He's pled not guilty. He said this before and will say it again, and this is lawyers just basically saying the same thing. He vehemently denies the accusations. His lawyers say he looks forward to his day in court where it will become clear that he's never forced anyone to engage in sexual acts against their will. He's denied any wrongdoings, blah, blah. All right, cool. So while the new indictment added no new charges, it described what the prosecutors call the forced labor that Combs demanded in connection with the racketeering conspiracy. It said that Combs and his associate maintained control over some employees by forcing them to work long hours with little sleep. That seems like bullshit. Through the use of threats to use physical force, financial harm, or psychological harm, and reputational harm. So theoretically, that could be, yo, y'all niggas need to get this project done, or I'm gonna slap the shit out of one of y'all. This seems kind of weak. In doing so, Combs, assisted by members and associates of the enterprise, caused these employees to believe that they would be harmed by losing their jobs, including losing their jobs if they didn't comply with his demands. Such pressure caused one unnamed employee to engage in sex acts with Combs, the indictment added. Interesting. This could be Lil Rod. Lil Rod was saying kind of similar things. In a letter to the judge, who oversees the case, the prosecutors say they expect to provide Combs' lawyer with additional details by March 10th, which is pretty much 2 days from now, right? They asked that Combs be arraigned on a new indictment on March 14th. In the statement, Agnifilio said many of Combs' former employees stand by his side and prepared to attest to his dedication, hard work, and inspiration they experienced while helping him build groundbreaking award-winning businesses. Yeah. I'm going to be honest with you. There is a possibility that Diddy beats this entire case. And he's clearly angling that he's going to take this all the way. The prosecutors thus far, we haven't got a pushback from May 5th as a trial date. They're coming with bullshit. Cassie's a legit victim, but I think he might have a legit case to say, yo, Cassie was down with the free cuffs. Did I beat her ass sometimes? Yeah, I did. Okay? But sexually wise, I have proof that she initiated a bunch of shit. She wanted to do the sex shit. But when she acted up, did I backhand her? Did I fucking chase her down the hallway and do whatever? Yeah, I did. Okay. Still horrible. But that doesn't bring on what would seem like a life sentence. And that's the problem. You get what I'm saying? So when I say I'm coping for Diddy, no, I'm looking at what the feds, again, I'm not looking at civil cases. What the feds have put against him, like, we all knew the Cassie case, I think that's a decent case. We've been looking for some real shit. Charge him with racketeering, maybe for murder. Tupac. Charge him with racketeering for what some people feel like is Kim Porter's death. Charge him for racketeering for, like, all of these things that people have, like, linked him to, but no one's ever, like, charged him to. Like, maybe this was the time they were going to figure all this out, but it feels like they haven't. They're just coming up with bullshit. That's my point. Anyway. Yeah. It's kind of tough to see what the fuck is going on. All right, Future side chick is do you even want to cover this, bro? Kind of don't even give a fuck about Future side chick, bro. I kind of don't want to cover this. All right, give me 1 second. Okay.